For centuries, the name Thor has meant thunder, might, and a hammer that could shatter mountains. Mjolnir. The very word conjures images of raw power. A weapon so famous has become a symbol of heroism. But what if I told you Mjolnir was just a distraction? A magnificent, thundering veil, hiding a far greater, more terrifying truth about the god of thunder's true secret weapon? If you're ready to have your understanding of Thor completely transformed, hit that like button. To understand Thor's ultimate power, we must look beyond the battlefield, beyond the clash of steel and the roar of the storm. We must explore the very fabric of his guardian life, the whispers of the oldest sagas and forgotten wisdom of the 9 realms. For centuries, scholars and even the gods themselves have debated the source of Thor's incredible strength. Was it his godly family, the blessings of Odin, or something much deeper? Something that was not about brute force, but about a mastery so subtle it was overlooked by almost everyone? Imagine a weapon not made in the heart of a dying star, but woven from the very essence of creation. A force not just used, but commanded. This isn't a story of hammers and lightning, but of something far more basic. Something that allowed Thor to not just control the storm, but to become it, to bend reality to his will, not through magic, but through an understanding so deep it was almost divine. Historians have long pointed to Mjolnir as the source of Thor's power. And why wouldn't they? It's impressive, it's powerful, and it's a cornerstone of his stories. But the real secret is a concept so simple yet so complex that has been hidden in plain sight for ages. It's not a physical object, but a deep connection, a mastery of self, and of the elemental forces that govern the universe. This, my friends, is the Gjallarhorn of the soul. Pause the video for a second and tell me in the comments, did you ever suspect Mjolnir wasn't Thor's real source of power? I'm genuinely curious about your thoughts. The Gjallarhorn in Norse mythology is famously linked to Heimdall, its blast signaling the start of Ragnarok. But ancient, lesser-known texts hint at another metaphorical Gjallarhorn, one that lives within every being, a resonant frequency that, when mastered, allows one to tap into universe's energies. Thor, son of Odin, was not just a warrior. He was a master of this internal resonance. His true power wasn't in his ability to wield Mjolnir, but in his mastery of this inner harmony, this ability to connect with the basic frequencies of existence itself. Think about it. In every tale, Thor doesn't just summon thunder. He is the thunder. He doesn't control the storm. He becomes the storm. This isn't just a metaphor. This is the literal truth of his power. The Gjallarhorn of the soul allowed Thor to tap into what the ancient Norse called the WYRD, the interconnected web of fate and energy that binds all things. By mastering his inner resonance, Thor could influence this web, bending reality not through force, but through perfect alignment with the cosmic order. But here's where it gets truly shocking. The ancient texts hidden in the deepest vaults of forgotten libraries speak of a time when Thor lost Mjolnir, not for a short time, as in the famous tales, but for a whole century. And during this time, his power didn't fade. If anything, it grew stronger. Without the hammer as a crutch, Thor had to rely completely on his mastery of the Gjallarhorn of the soul. He learned to channel the raw essence of creation itself, to speak the language of the cosmos, to command not just thunder and lightning, but the very forces that govern life and death. If this revelation is blowing your mind as much as it blew mine when I first discovered it, smash that subscribe button and ring the notification bell, because we're just getting started with these mythology secrets. During this century without Mjolnir, Thor did things that would make his hammer-wielding feats seem small. He healed the sick with a touch, brought rain to dry lands with a whisper, and calmed raging seas with a gesture, all without a single weapon, relying only on his mastery of the cosmic frequencies that govern existence. The implications are huge. If Thor's true power was not in a weapon, but in his mastery of universal resonance, then what we've been told about the nature of godhood itself might be wrong. The gods weren't powerful because they had magical items. They were powerful because they understood the deepest secrets of existence. They were masters of reality itself. Here's a question for my mythology enthusiasts. Which other Norse god do you think might have similar hidden powers? Drop your theories in the comments below. And here's the most incredible part. This power, this mastery of the Gjallarhorn of the soul, wasn't unique to Thor. The ancient text suggests that every being, mortal and divine, has this inner resonance. The difference is in the level of mastery and understanding. Thor spent ages learning to tune his inner frequency to match the cosmic harmonies. He became a living bridge between the mortal and divine worlds. This revelation doesn't make Thor less great. It makes him even greater. Anyone can swing a hammer, no matter how mighty, but to master the basic forces of existence, to become one with the cosmic order, that requires a level of wisdom and discipline that few have ever achieved. And if you want to discover more shocking truths about Norse mythology that will completely change how you see these ancient legends, make sure you're subscribed, because next week, we're unveiling Odin's most terrifying secret that even the gods fear to speak about. So, the next time you hear the name Thor, don't just think of thunder and hammers. Think of a being who unlocked the deepest secrets of existence, who learned to speak the language of creation itself. Think of the god who discovered that the greatest weapon of all isn't made of fire and steel, but is grown in the depths of the soul. The truth about Thor's secret weapon will indeed shock you, because it challenges everything we thought we knew about power, divinity, and the very nature of reality itself. The Gjallarhorn of the soul, the ultimate weapon that was never a weapon at all, but key to unlocking the infinite potential that lies within us all. Before you go, do me a huge favor. Subscribe and share this video with someone who loves mythology or marvels Thor. Trust me, they'll thank you for it. And don't forget to check out our playlist on Norse mythology secrets. There's so much more mind-blowing content waiting for you.